Many businesses are asking customers for reviews the wrong way, and a lot of times it's costing you responses. Some businesses send emails that never get opened by customers, others are sending SMS messages that feel a little bit spammy, so customers don't open or don't respond. But which one actually works better for getting reviews? Is it text or is it email? So, here in this video, we're going to kind of break down pros and cons of both, when businesses should use each one, and then the strategy to use to collect more reviews without annoying customers and being a bother to them. So, before we even look at one versus the other, one of the issues is that, or a few of the issues is that review requests fail because either they're sent too late, right? You send it way too late after you did the job or a customer purchased from you. Another thing could be that they feel robotic. So when you send the review request to the customer, it seems too much like a robot. It doesn't seem personal, so customer just doesn't go out of their way to leave that response. There's no personalization. Again, the customer doesn't really feel like you're speaking to them, or a lot of times you might just ask at the wrong moment. If it's not the right time, maybe you ask too soon, right? They just bought or they just worked with you, and they really haven't had time to let it sink in yet. That could be another reason why the review request failed. Um, and one thing to mention is that text is good, right? Text, if you think about it like this, text usually get opened quicker than emails. So if texts get opened quicker than emails, more people are going to more than likely respond to text only because it's an easier way to reach them, right? Many people check text immediately. You think like you're going on your phone, you see a text come in, you just click it. Emails get unread a lot of times for hours, even days, unless the person runs a business themselves or they're in a position where they have to constantly check their email. It might not be a thing that they're necessarily checking too often. um but again, with text, it's something that they check often, especially for like local businesses, or restaurants, home services, med spas, gyms, any type of this niche where they're constantly sending text already for marketing. When it comes to review requests, text can work really well, especially when the customer experience just happened, right? The customer just left the gym. You just renovated the customer's home. You just put in new tile. They just left the med spa. They just finished the project with them, right? And they just experienced it, and they had a good experience. The test can work well. If they see an email come in, they might just dismiss it. And so something to keep in mind is that the closer the request is to the positive experience that the customer had, the higher the response rate usually is. So again, tests do really work well, but there's also a downside. And that downside is that if a business overdoes it with the text, then that's when it starts feeling bothersome. That's when it starts feeling intrusive, aggressive, even spammy. Next thing you know, they text stop, and then now no more texts. So we don't want them to, get too overwhelmed as well. So with text, good idea to just keep it short, simple, and use natural language when you're sending these texts. So like something simple could be like, "Hey Sarah, thanks again for visiting us today. We'd really appreciate any feedback you may have." Then drop them a link to a review. Like, you see, it's very simple. It's not too much, and when something warm and friendly like that, customers are more than likely to leave a response. Something to keep in mind is that emails do still work well, especially in certain situations. So, if you're an e-commerce brand, or if you run an e-commerce store, if you have maybe like a B2B business, or you're a brand that does really well with email, where there's a lot of email communication, then sending the review request versus email, it gives you more space to personalize, explain, maybe add a visual, drop in more links, and then the request can feel more branded. So it really just depends on the niche, who you're speaking to. But the whole idea here is just to be strategic when you're sending reviews, when you're asking for reviews, right? So as a business, you might not want to just choose one method. You might use tests if you're looking for speed, something immediate. You want to get to the customer. You want to use email if you want to follow up, add some nice branding, make it personal. So it just depends on what you're trying to do. But could be a good idea to use both methods. For instance, you could send a text shortly after the experience with the customer, and then follow up with an email. Combine the two, and then maybe test it out and see which one works. But the goal here, or the idea here, is to keep in mind that timing, like we said in the beginning, timing is really key, right? Right after the service was provided, right after the appointment was successful, right after the customer purchased from you, right after the customer expressed happiness and confidence in the service or the product that you provided. Right after they had a positive interaction, not months or weeks later, not at a random time, or especially not after a frustrating experience. So you really have to look into timing. To see, when is the best time to ask for review. It's play by ear. There's no written rule in stone. It's all just playing by ear, and you as the business owner know when the right time is to leave a review. And especially now in the world of AI and automation, it's really key to look into these tools and see how it can help your business, right? Automating the review timing, personalizing requests, responding faster, using AI to create a follow-up experience, and automating this entire process. And if you're a business and you're automating this process, usually you can collect reviews more consistently versus doing this manually, because you might forget. If you're doing it manually, you might forget, did I already reach out to this person? Or maybe I didn't. And now it's, like we said, now it's weeks later. So definitely something to keep in mind to be able to automate this process. But at the end of the day, customers are more likely to leave a review when the experience was good, the request feels natural, and the timing is right. So, if you're a business, you want to make review collection part of the customer experience to really win long term. And if you're looking for a tool to help you collect reviews, display them, and then promote them on your social media channels, feel free to check us out at Stryo. We have a demo link. You can see how the link looks, as well as a quick video of the platform itself. Completely free to get started, create an account, and see how Strava can work for you. And our whole goal here is to help you get more reviews, put them out there so customers can hear and see nice things about your business. But hope again this video was helpful. If you like more content like this, feel free to subscribe for more. But once again, I hope this video was helpful. If you're interested in Strava, please feel free to check us out, and please feel free to reach out to our team as well if you have any questions.